To follow a comedian, I tell you what. So this is actually my first introduction to Atlanta was actually in the mid-'80s. I was a banker in Minnesota, and we had a construction company up there who had, oh, I thought you were taking a picture, who was actually helping to construct the I-85, 285 interchange. And as I told that story later in years past, and I was in Atlanta, somebody said to me, "That's a good story to tell, but tell people that you didn't have any design, you were just financing, there was no design activity." I want to do three things today. I want to talk a little bit about our company, just a little bit of advertising, since you've given me the chance to talk. Secondly, I want to talk about the economy. And why is it that it feels so jobless to us this late in the recovery? And third, I'll give you a few comments about what I think it would take to make a difference. And I would love to have questions from you after that. I'll make sure that I make my comments as short as I possibly can. Our company is now in its 160th year. It's one of the oldest brands in the United States, still in the same business which we started. The iconic Stagecoach is part of American lore. You might be interested, we started in 1852. By 1870 or so, the Stagecoach already was put in retirement. New technologies came around, the railroad. So it just tells you how fast things can change. We flourished until about 1918 when we had 10,000 offices across the country moving goods and services, helping people succeed financially. And the federal government decided they needed our distribution system in support of World War I, and they took all of our offices through eminent domain but one. You think regulation's tough today. It was really tough back those days. And then in the modern era, I'd like to talk about three Wells Fargos. The first one that I knew was called Norwest. It was headquartered in Minneapolis, and 13 years ago, in June of this past year, Wells and Norwest merged. So that was the second Wells Fargo I worked for. 3 years ago, we announced the merger with Wachovia, which created the third Wells Fargo. This one is better, it's more relevant to customers, it serves more people, it has a better brand, and it has much better geographic and income statement diversity than it's ever had. I like to think of our company and describe it around the four constituencies that we hold near and dear to our company. First of all, it's team members. We don't have employees. That almost denotes an expense to be managed. We have team members, assets to be invested in. And I was with team members this morning as we talked with our customers. And I can tell you that a big part of our brand, I think our Stagecoach is a logo, I think our brand are our people. They honor the promises, they get up in the morning, take a shower, and they serve customers. 1 in 500 Americans works for Wells Fargo. We're not quite at 300,000, we have about 275,000 team members. Virtually all of those are in the US. We're an American company. And these team members are diverse in their backgrounds, their experiences, and they really make our company. And incidentally, we're the 12th largest employer in the country. Secondly, private employer. Secondly, our customers. Our customers are our friends. We serve 1 in 3 Americans one way or another. We originate 1 in 4 mortgages in America. We're the largest bank-owned insurance company. We make more used car auto loans than anyone else. We're the #1 middle market lender, #1 small business lender. First company to lend more than $1 billion through SBA loans. I could go on, but it's really about customers. And I tell our folks, the most important thing, the primary reason you get up in the morning is to serve customers. And if you do that well, the result will you'll make a good return on your investment. Don't ever put that Stagecoach in front of the horse. The third area I think about when I think of our company are our communities. Most companies get the fact that you have to have team members, employees, associates, whatever you call them. They understand that you have to have customers. They understand you have shareholders. So many of them miss community. And I think Atlanta does this better than anyone else. And the companies that you have here show up, they're accounted for, they give back, they invest in the community, and we want to be a partner of theirs and do the same thing. Even though we're the 17th largest revenue producer in the country, our philanthropy ranks number 3 among all companies in the United States. Our team members, even though we're the 12th largest employer, we've been the #1 United Way campaign giver for 2 years in a row, and I think we'll again be this year because we're up 20 or 30% over last year. We give thousands of hours of volunteerism back to our communities. That's part of our culture. And one would ask, why would you do that? Why would a for-profit company want to give back in time and treasure and talent when, what's the payoff? And the answer is very simple. I've yet to see a great bank do well, perform whatever, when the community does poorly. They're inconsistent. And that's true for all businesses. And finally, we have our stockholders. As you know, Warren Buffett is our largest owner. We have been blessed with long-term investors. Today, we are the 4th largest bank in the U.S. We're about half the size of our 3 big bank competitors, and yet we're the largest market cap. So if you took our stock price times the number of shares, you get the market cap. And we're the largest by some distance, especially compared to 2 others. So somehow the market has said, we like what you're doing. This makes a difference, and we're going to value you differently. In the world, we're about the 40th largest bank in the world, and of the free currencies, we're the 2nd largest market cap. Only one company in the world has a market cap, a bank, and it's slightly bigger than Wells Fargo, even though they're a number of times our size. Let me now talk about Atlanta. We were blessed to come to Atlanta because of the wisdom of someone named John Medlin, who was running Wachovia at the time. In 1985, the Supreme Court changed their rules or the laws and allowed regional partnerships or regional branching. And the former First Atlanta and Wachovia merged. First Atlanta goes back to 1865, right after the Civil War, and was instrumental in helping Atlanta become what it is today. Through that beginning, today we are blessed to have 20% retail banking share here. We have over 200 banking stores in Atlanta. We have 5,000 team members here. We have wonderful commercial and consumer customers. We're hiring more bankers here. We show up at the philanthropic table. We invested, we call it investments, $7 million, helping 550 nonprofits here last year. And many of our important shareholders and companies are resident right here in Atlanta. So it's really wonderful. This is the 3rd largest market we have in the company, and we do business in all 50 states. But it has the biggest sign, #1 sign. So thank goodness whoever did the Atlanta station sign, that's #1.